Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to a bonus video. Now this bonus video is coming about because there was something pretty major I think that I missed with the Bray Wyatt analysis from this week's episode of SmackDown, and I had a near 3-hour conversation with my friend and he brought up one really intriguing point. There was also another one we're going to touch on in a moment in this video, so let's get to it. Now I must admit, I feel a little bit ashamed to call myself a Bray Wyatt fan when I missed an also obvious clue on this week's episode of SmackDown. Now of course we got the physical reveal of Uncle Howdy on SmackDown. However, at this point we still don't know who that is. Many fans believe it's somebody else playing Uncle Howdy. Other fans believe that there's a supernatural twist to this, more in the form of entertainment, and that's supposed to be implied as Bray Wyatt, the ghost of the man who sold the world, Bray's darker thoughts. And going on to say something like, you want to see something scary? Well, what's scarier than something supernatural? So maybe that's where they're going. However, with the exception of Bo Dallas being the front runner in all this and people speculating that it's him, a lot of people have mentioned Dutch from Ring of Honor, or formerly from Ring of Honor, due to the pose. However, look at the pose that Uncle Howdy is doing on the ramp right now, right? Take a look at this. And take a look at the same pose from the Firefly Funhouse way back when the Fiend was in the Funhouse, and his pose. Surely that's the same pose. And this is teasing the Fiend. Is Uncle Howdy the ghost of the Fiend? Also, if you go all the way back to May the 13th, when we got the official reveal, if you like, of the Fiend in the Firefly Funhouse, go back to that segment and listen to the laughter. Bray laughing in that segment before he reveals the Fiend. Correct me if I'm wrong, surely that is the same laughter effects that we saw piped in the Uncle Howdy physical reveal from this week's episode of SmackDown. I'm sure of it. Absolutely sure of it. So the pose, the sound effects, all linked to the Fiend, surely. Is Howdy, after one thing and one thing only, a host to bring back the Fiend? Is that host Bray Wyatt? Now it's certainly going to lead towards that direction. And also, it's really got me thinking, because if you go all the way back to Extreme Rules, we saw, of course, the Firefly Funhouse essentially brought to life through people playing those characters. And when the Fiend was revealed, obviously aside from the massive pop that he got, I couldn't help but ignore the black dreadlocks. And to me, that almost goes, well, hang on, the Fiend that we saw at Extreme Rules is an imposter, right? That's not the actual Fiend, because he doesn't have black dreadlocks. And a subtle difference like that, where we go, well, that actually wasn't the Fiend that we know and love. Now, of course, that obviously wasn't the Rambling Rabbit we see in the Funhouse, the Mercy, the Buzzard we saw in the Funhouse, the Abby the Witch, and Huskus the Pig, and so on and so forth. However, that difference basically tells you, the viewer, we still haven't seen the actual Fiend, and maybe the Fiend's coming. Now, I don't want to give any spoilers, but this week's episode, taped version of SmackDown, gives a huge push in the direction of the Fiend potentially coming back, and I've got a separate video coming up on that and how I honestly believe now at this stage that we're going to see the Fiend, maybe an evolution of, but certainly Bray Wyatt in a mask again causing havoc in WWE. And after all, that is a breath of fresh air. Thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, get down in the comments section, share your thoughts and opinions. They're always welcome. I love reading them, I always respond to them, and we'll catch you in the next video.